Why? Why is Hillary Clinton hiding from being served papers? Hi, thanks for watching today. I've got an interesting story. It's the never-ending saga of Hillary Clinton. And as you may know, she is being sued by Tulsi Gabbard for defamation for $50 million for comments that Hillary made last year that were totally not true, and Clinton knew that they were not true when she said it. But one of the things that happens is you have to serve whoever you're suing paperwork so that they know, that they're needed in court. Right? Well, here we've got a story, so let's go directly to the story. So here we are. This is the Washington Times today. Hillary Clinton refuses to be served Tulsi Gabbard's lawsuit, attorney say. And this is today, Thursday, January 30th. Hillary Clinton has twice blocked a process server from delivering the defamation lawsuit filed against her by Democratic presidential candidate Rep. Tulsi Gabbard, the Congresswoman's lawyer said. Ms. Gabbard's lawyer, Brian Dunn, told the New York Post that his process server was turned away by Secret Service agents at Mrs. Clinton's Chappaqua, New York home on Tuesday, and was later turned away by Mrs. Clinton's lawyer at the D.C.-based firm on Wednesday after agents specifically instructed the server to go there. Quote, "I find it rather unbelievable that Hillary Clinton is so intimidated by Tulsi Gabbard that she won't accept service of process," Mr. Dunn said, but I guess here we are. It says, he said his team is deciding what to do next. Mrs. Clinton did not respond to the Post's report. The Post's. See up here in paragraph 2, Brian Dunn told the New York Post. Well, this is a little example of what happens in today's copy-paste media. One source will report it, and then everyone else will copy the source. I kind of do the same thing. So let's just go to the original New York Post article. Hillary Clinton refuses to be served Tulsi Gabbard's defamation suit. That's not a great picture there. Let's see. Hillary Clinton was twice snubbed a process server attempting to deliver the defamation lawsuit filed against her by Democratic presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard, according to Gabbard's attorney. See, I find this interesting that that's what counts as journalism, right? You take somebody else's work and you just redo it. You sum it up. Now, I am doing videos on the news, so I talk about the news article, but I also do give you my opinion and my thoughts on it. So I'm adding something to it, something that a lot in the media don't do. They just copy-paste. But we come down here and it says, the agents directed the server to Clinton's lawyer, David Kendall, who on Wednesday claimed at his Washington, D.C. firm, Williams & Connolly, that he was unable to accept service on Clinton's behalf, said Dunn. Gabbard sued the former Secretary of State for $50 million last week for calling her a Russian asset. Clinton has refused to retract the statement. Dunn said that his team is weighing next steps. Reps for Clinton did not immediately return a request for comment. So let's talk about this. Now, the interesting thing about this is Hillary made these statements about Tulsi Gabbard that were false. She knew they were false at the time. Tulsi did not immediately say, I'm going to sue. No, not at all. She asked her to retract those statements. And so far, Hillary Clinton has refused to retract false, defaming statements about Representative Gabbard. I think that's disgusting, and I would like to know anyone that is a fan of Hillary, please explain yourself. How your dear leader can say false, misleading, untrue statements about someone, they're asked to retract it, and they refuse. That's disgusting. That's really disgusting. And I'm glad that Tulsi Gabbard is suing Hillary Clinton for this. She should not be able to get away with this. Now, one of the processes that happens when you sue someone is you need to serve them the paperwork, right? And usually you hire someone through the court to serve the papers. Now, I've done this myself. I've been served before. I've served other people. And it does get tricky when who you're trying to serve has a lot of money and has a lot of security, because it's a bit tricky to do. For example, I tried to serve someone and their work, there was a lot of security there. So when the process server would show up to try to serve them the paperwork, they would have to stop and check in at security, and security would then alert the person that they were in the lobby or whatever, and they would disappear. And so they would show up with the paperwork and they wouldn't be there. And every time you do this, you have to pay, right? You have to hire this person to go out and serve the paperwork. For me, they tried twice. The person I was trying to serve ducked it twice. You know, it was a couple $100 each shot. I'm not sure how much they charge today, but it's not cheap. And yeah, so you just have to proceed in a different way. Now, I can't read Hillary Clinton's mind as to why she's not accepting the paperwork, because she knows she's not going to be able to not accept the paperwork, right? She will appear in public at some point. In fact, she's speaking next month. Let's see where she's speaking. At the United States Postal Service ceremony honoring Oscar de la Renta. And she's a speaker there in New York City. So obviously, you can get a ticket for that event. You can go in and you could serve her publicly on stage. I think that the appropriate way to do this originally, right? You go to someone's house, you do it out of the view of the cameras. But if Hillary's going to act this way and not accept the paperwork, you need to show up in the most public way possible and serve her papers, because that's going to make great video. Now, I'm sure that the Hillary team will come up with something pithy to say at the time, for another little jab back at Gabbard. But I would love it if Tulsi Gabbard showed up with a process server to serve her the papers and to get this all on video. I think that would make pretty good news. I think it's pathetic. Anyone that doesn't accept paperwork and hides behind Secret Service or hides behind security to not have to deal with legal situations like that. But I expect nothing less from Hillary Clinton. In my opinion, one of the worst people that there is. But it will be interesting to see how this turns out. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as a reminder, I do have a second channel, and I will be posting my latest streaming review there, so check that out. Link will be in the description at the end of the video. Have an awesome day. Peace.